welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing my 2017 beauty and other favorites video. I know it's a little bit late, I'm sorry for that, but I wanted to post other videos before I posted this. If you guys haven't watched my 2017 fashion favorites, I will put a card somewhere up here so you can watch that first. In this video I'm going to be covering makeup, skincare, and then for the other things I'll be covering my favorite songs, favorite movies, favorite shows, favorite books, just other random bits and bobs. So make sure you grab yourself a cup of tea or some food because I think this is going to be a bit more chatty. Also, if you are new to my channel, hi, thank you for stopping by. I post mainly fashion videos and vlogs here and there, so if you're interested in that, definitely hit the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss my future videos. Starting with the first makeup favorite that I have for 2017, it is my NYX cream blush in Tea Rose. I love this thing. I use it basically every day. I am not usually a cream blush person because I thought it would be like sticky and just annoying to use, but this is actually so easy to apply, and I feel like cream blush looks better than powder blush because it just blends in with your skin texture, so it just looks so much more natural and it gives this kind of like dewiness to the skin, so it's beautiful for summer and even winter as well. I use this with a stippling brush so that it applies evenly and lightly onto the skin so you're not putting too much on. It's really nice and affordable, and my friend Amina actually got me this, so I love this so much. So it's definitely one of my favorites of 2017. The next product is the Maybelline Adro Wine Concealer, and this is like a cult favorite of YouTube. I absolutely love this. I use this in my everyday makeup routine. It's just a perfect concealer if I just want to touch up or if I just want a more natural kind of look, because it's not like super brightening. It kind of just evens out my skin tone and it doesn't cake up, and it's so easy to apply because of this little guy. I usually just throw this in my purse, throw it in for uni. This is a great product and it's affordable as well. Now onto skincare items. The first skincare item is the L'Occitane oil makeup remover, and this is from the Immortelle line. So I just have the travel size. It looks like this, and this came with like one of their gift sets. I used to use micellar water to remove my makeup, and I thought that was really gentle, you know, compared to wipes. But ever since I started using a cleansing oil, I never want to go back to anything else. I find that this is the most gentle way to remove makeup, the easiest, the quickest. So I really love this, and I did try another cleansing oil. I thought it would do the same job. I bought the Body Shop Chamomile one. I'm gonna grab it for you guys now actually. So this is the Body Shop Chamomile Silky Cleansing Oil, and I picked it up because this one was running out and I needed a new one. I was gonna buy the L'Occitane one, but it was like around $45 for this size, and the Body Shop one was around $22. So I decided to give this one a go, see how it would work, and I have to say I'm disappointed. It's nothing close to this. I do really like the packaging though. Like, I'm a sucker for packaging. It's just so pretty. I love this shade of blue, probably my favorite shade of blue, and it's just so pretty to sit on your bathroom counter, but the actual product isn't good. I don't recommend it. Basically how a cleansing oil works is you put it on a dry face with a ton of makeup on. Make sure your hands are dry. About like a pump usually is enough for me, and then you just kind of lather it onto your hands, just kind of spread it out, and then you just rub it into your skin. And then once you've like rubbed your skin really well, that's when you put water, and then that's when it turns into like this milky kind of texture, and that's when all the makeup comes off. You keep rinsing your face with water, and then you follow up with a face cleanser. The part where the water turns into like a milky texture, it happens really quickly with this one. It just comes off so easily, so quickly. But with the Body Shop one, when I do that, it doesn't turn into a milky texture like at all, so it's really hard to get off the makeup. I don't mind paying double the price if it's gonna be easier to use. So in this case, definitely the L'Occitane wins. And like I said, you follow up with a cleanser when you use a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm. I've been using the L'Occitane Rain Blanc Illuminating Foaming Cleanser. So usually you want to use a foaming cleanser right after you use a cleansing oil or cleansing balm, because cleansing oil, cleansing balm can kind of leave like sort of like a residue on your skin. So following up with a foaming cleanser just ensures that all that excess oil is taken off properly. If you use makeup wipes to take off your makeup and then you follow up with this, it's gonna really dry out your skin. So don't do that, because foaming cleansers strip down the most moisture. But if you do my method where you use a cleansing oil or cleansing balm to remove your makeup, then you want to follow up with a foaming cleanser. And I really like this one from L'Occitane. I find that it actually has left my skin really bright and illuminated. Like, you can actually see a difference. It does what it says it does, so that's really good. It is a little bit pricey. It's $42 and it's 200 mils, but I find that with foaming cleansers they last so long because because you just need a little bit. As soon as you put water, it lathers up, and then that's enough for your whole face. So I think it's worth it. I still have like this much left, which should last me for like another 3 months at least, so definitely worth my money. The next product that I have for you guys is the Drunk Elephant Bee Hydra Intensive Hydration Gel. So it looks like this, another cute packaged product. You can use this in a few different ways. You can use this as a pre-moisture product. When you put on your moisturizer at night, like your moisturizing cream, you can put this before it just to enhance the moisture in your skin and to retain the moisture. That's basically what this is. I use it as that for winter, so I will use this and then I will use my night cream, and then it's locked in, you know, my skin is really nice and quenched. But in the summertime, I just use this on its own at night, and I find that it does a fantastic job in ensuring that my skin is hydrated. Really cool packaging, like it's like a twist kind of mechanism. You pump it out. It's really travel friendly as well. It is a bit pricey. I think it's a little bit less than $80, which might be a lot, I guess, but I find that this makes such a big difference in my skincare routine. If you have dry skin, definitely try that method of using this or like any kind of gel and then use an actual cream, and I feel like that would really help your skin. As you can probably tell, I really do love skincare because I have another skincare item for you guys. It is the Glam Glow Flash Mud Brightening Treatment Mask. This is actually a cult favorite of mine. It's like in the Hall of Fame for me for skincare. Basically it's a face mask, but it's like an exfoliating face mask. It has like these little micro beads in them, so you just apply it on your skin, and then after about 15 minutes when you're rinsing it off, you kind of want to rub it in to kind of exfoliate your skin and remove dead skin cells to leave your skin looking radiant and bright. It's supposed to even out your skin tone and just brighten it. With me, my main problem with my skin is kind of like dullness and hyperpigmentation from acne scarring when I used to have acne, or every time I get a pimple it would leave like a mark. I use this 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it gets rid of that mark really quickly. That's why it's a holy grail for me, because it helps my skin looking even, bright, and hyperpigmentation free. In my opinion, when it comes to skincare like actually helps your skin. I feel like it is worth the investment because it changes your skin. Investing in skincare really isn't a bad idea. This is around $100. I suggest grabbing some samples. Mecca do amazing samples. They are my favorite go-to store when it comes to buying beauty products. Yeah, definitely try out samples so you know if it, you know, suits you or not. The last beauty item that I have for you guys is my Body Shop Vanilla Chai Softening Body Butter, and I was very intrigued by the scent of it. It's basically vanilla chai. Oh my goodness, I really like this. It genuinely does moisturize my body really well, and look, I've used this at least like 15 times now and I've barely used much of it, and the scent actually stays. Like, I wake up and I still smell like vanilla chai. Love this product, and it's only 20 bucks. Now that we're done with all the beauty items, you can exit now if you don't want to see the rest of the stuff that I have to show you. We're gonna get into the other things now. The first thing that I have is my Harman Kardon speakers. I freaking love this thing. It's probably one of my best purchases of 2017. It is quite pricey for just a small speaker, but I'm telling you, the quality of this and the loudness of it is worth the price. I really love music. Music is a huge part of my life. It's actually my muse when it comes to making lookbooks, when it comes to fashion. Music inspires everything for me. If I wasn't, you know, gonna work in fashion, then I would definitely want to work in the music industry. I was brought up with music around me. My dad actually was a radio host for a very long time, so it's really important to me. So I usually start my day with music and end my day with music. It's just really good quality for the price, and the Bluetooth is so quick, it connects so quickly, and the battery life is really good. It lasts for a very long time. In terms of books, I actually only have one book to show you guys. I actually read this twice. This is Ariana Huffington's Thrive, and I mentioned this in my book haul. If you haven't watched that, I'll put the card up here. This is such an inspiring book. This really helped me to pick myself back up. I lost myself during 2017. I let situations consume me and I kind of forgot about who I was, and this book helped to remind me and kind of rebuild my old character again, like what I used to love doing, my old philosophies, what I thought was important when I was younger as a child, and this kind of brought that back to life. Look at all the pages I bookmarked. Usually with books like this, it's about life and self-growth. I usually have a pencil with me, so I'm ready to underline anything that strikes me. I have underlined almost every single page in this book. She throws in so many good quotes. It just talks about everything: compassion, wisdom, love, inspiration, patience, the importance of mental health in the corporate world, the importance of sleep. After you read this book, you get inspired to want to do so much. It really does broaden your mind. Let me try find a quote that I really loved. It seemed to me that the people who were genuinely thriving in their lives were the ones who had made room for well-being, wisdom, wonder, and giving. She also quotes Socrates. I don't really know how to say his name, but he's one of the best philosophers out there. It says, "The unexamined life is not worth living." And I'm pretty sure this is about introspection. A lot of what she talks about genuinely identified with my old self, and that's what I loved so much. There's another one about resentment. This is by Carrie Fisher. Resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. She also talks about burnout, exhaustion. She really wants to redefine success in the way that it should matter. Today's society mainly just focuses on monetary wealth, on monetary success. She wants to define success not with money, not with power, not with title or materialism, but also with compassion, with the love you give and the marks you leave behind when you leave this world. Another thing that really struck me was when she talked about death. She says, why do we struggle so hard to talk about death? It's as if we are trying to avoid it. It's as if we are all immortal. And she says how death should be something that should be talked about more, not in a way to make people sad, but in a way to actually encourage you to live your life truly to the fullest, because it reminds you that death will eventually happen, and every day you live is a chance to do something great. And then she also said, when you die, people usually talk about how you were as a person. They don't ever say, oh, he had such an amazing degree from Harvard. No one ever talks about that. People always talk about how he was as a person, how he treated people. He volunteered a lot, he was so loving to his friends, he was so kind. People always talk about the qualities that actually matter, the human qualities. And she questions, why do people only talk about that when they die? Why can't they talk about it when they're alive? Why can't we teach our children that this is what's important? You know, that's what she's talking about. Why do we have to wait till someone dies to talk about the things that actually matter? She really opened my perspective, and I just really love this. It taught me so much, and it's actually things that you can actually apply to your life. It's not just something that you read and you leave it on the shelf. You bring the knowledge with you in your everyday life. So love this. So for my favorite shows, the first one has to be Blackish. I freaking love this show. It's kind of like Modern Family, but the black version, and I think it's actually better than Modern Family because it actually talks about political issues, social issues, economical issues within the black community in America, but it does it in a way where it's very easy to understand, and it definitely gets absorbed by the audience. It's just a nice sitcom, really. It's funny, but it gets the point across. It doesn't do it in a way where it's boring. It does it in a way where it's part of the narrative, but you get it. You get the message that they're trying to say. It talks about black slavery, it talks about police brutality. It's such an amazing show, and the cast is A1. I love Tracy Ellis Ross, probably one of my favorite actresses at the moment. Oh my god, she's absolutely amazing on the show. It's not just her acting as well, it's just her personality. I've watched so many interviews of her and just how she is. Like, if you have her on Instagram, she's just a really fun person. I love her style. I really want to do a lookbook inspired by her style. It's just a great show, honestly. It's a very light show. I do have one more show, and this is something that I recently started watching. This is called Upper East Bogan. It's an Australian show, if you can tell from the title. It was actually on TV one day, and I was like, oh, this is actually a pretty funny show, and I searched it up, and it had on Netflix, so now I'm hooked. It's located in Melbourne in the eastern suburbs, so it's pretty nice to watch a show that's actually from where you're living. Okay, so the mother, her name is Beth, she's a doctor, and her husband is an at-home architect, and she has 2 kids, and she lives in this, you know, affluent neighborhood in the upper east side of Melbourne. She has a mother who is like super prestigious. I'm not spoiling it for you guys, but basically she finds out she's adopted, and her biological mother is from the western suburbs, which is a very different neighborhood, a very different upbringing, and they're, I guess, bogans. It's her family and her biological family getting along, 2 very different families, so it's just funny to watch. I love it. The jokes that they put in there about Melbourne culture, it is so on point, like very, very accurate. That's why I find it so funny, because like, wow, Australian jokes. I mean, I can actually relate to this. I really do love films. One of my favorite things to do is just watch movies and like criticize them. In terms of my favorite films for 2017, the first one has to be Hidden Figures. Oh my goodness, it's about space. It's about women and independence. It's about 1960s fashion. I mean, it's all the things that I love in one film. I cried at the end because I was like so overwhelmed. I was like, this film is amazing. You know when something is so great that you're just like, how does this even exist? Let's just say that you guys just have to watch it. This is in no particular order, by the way. The next film is Wonder. I watched this twice in cinemas when I was in Indonesia. You guys, I am loving the films that people are coming out with these days. It draws on so many important issues in society. It's about a kid named, oh frick, August. His name is August. It's actually based on a book. His face is deformed from when he was born, and he gets bullied in primary school, and it's just talking about his journey, but more importantly, everyone else that's involved as well. It's his sister's journey, his mother's journey. That's what I loved about the film, is that the director focused on different perspectives. I really love that because it shows that it's not only him that suffers from this pain that he goes through, it's everyone around him, and the impact that he has on his school and his school friends. It's really beautiful. I mean, the first 5 minutes I already started crying because I saw like an astronaut, like a space, and I love space. I love everything to do with space, so I was like, this is gonna be a good film. And the music, oh my god, I have the soundtrack on Spotify. Julia Roberts, one of my favorite actresses of all time. I've watched most of her films. She's really talented. There were so many feelings that I could identify with within the characters of the movie, which is why it was so emotional for me, because I felt like all of us has been through at least one of the things the character went through in the film. Rainbow's brother from Blackish actually plays as a primary school teacher in August's classroom. In the beginning of every class, he throws a quote at the class, and it's quotes by great philosophers. I really hope that more schools start incorporating that, especially primary schools. You gotta teach them young. Oh my god, it's just such a beautiful film. Like, you guys have to watch it. If you don't cry in it, like, I don't know if you're human. There's a quote from the film that I really loved. Courage, kindness, friendship, character. These are the qualities that define us as human beings and propel us on occasion to greatness. See, I'm telling you, this film is so good. One of the best quotes of the film that really resonated with a lot of people was, when given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind. Go ahead and watch it after you watch this video. The next film is Good Will Hunting, an absolute classic. I don't know why it took me so long to watch this. Matt Damon is the main character. I forgot his name in the movie, but Matt Damon is a very intelligent person. He can solve crazy math problems, and Robin Williams is a psychologist and kind of helps him out. It's one of those films that the wisdom behind the film is quite subtle. You really have to dig deep to understand the beauty of the film. And then the last film that I have for you guys is Lion. This one is another great film that will leave you in like bags of tears. I watched this with my brother in the cinema, and we were crying so much. Like, crying, it wasn't just like tears coming out of my eyes, it was more like sobbing, like truly crying. It's about an Indian boy. It's mainly set in India and in Australia, and it has Nicole Kidman, another great actress. He goes through a lot as a kid, and then he gets adopted by Nicole Kidman, and basically he tries to find himself again, and it kind of retraces back his steps. It shows the reality of India's poverty and just how unsafe it is for them, and just their living conditions. It's so like hard to watch. I think that's what made us so emotional as well. It just makes you a lot more grateful after watching the film, but it does open your eyes to a lot of problems in the world. So really good film. Okay, for songs, I have 22 songs to show you guys. This video is already 30 minutes long, so I'm gonna have to just list them.
Bouquet of flowers, I'm counting the hours until you and I can finally find some time, 'cause I'm blossoming in the sun rays on window.
I will link my Spotify down below. I have a ton of different playlists for different moods. I told you I really love music. This basically concludes my beauty and other favorites of 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely leave me your requests for new videos down below, particularly fashion videos. I would love to know what you guys want to see. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on my future videos. Thank you always for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
You need to call in, 'cause I've got other plans for you. It's gonna take all day.